And in addition to those marketing events, in addition to Detroit, there will be Atlanta later this year, Dallas in January, New York and New Jersey again next May. We've already carved up those trips. Two of our Bluegrass South team members will be attending each of those trips, and we also have specific luncheon events. I just recently, on August 31st, attended our first luncheon event in Chicago, which is very, very successful. We'll also be having events in Indianapolis, Cleveland, and Columbus, which are well-known areas in which site selection consultants and commercial realtors are based, particularly in the industrial sector, and we will have representation at all of those. So really, we're able to do more by collectively pooling our resources together, much like the concept of the EDP, on a regional basis, and applying those dollars together, marketing in more areas than what we could do alone. So Bluegrass South really is the foundation, and participating in Kentucky United and those events that are coming up very, very soon. You see the marketing materials. They're in black and white, I believe, but there are 3 major marketing materials that we have just designed. I am the interim chairman for the Kentucky United effort, so I get a little bit of an opportunity to influence how our marketing efforts are undertaken. So I'm pleased that my colleagues has recognized my leadership in asking me to serve as the interim chairman of the cooperative group at the state level. And we are using 3 pieces, one of which is a more general piece about why it's great to do business in Kentucky, but also a transportation-focused piece, which, if it were colored, would be in red, and a smaller pamphlet piece that we're going to be using for mailing, which is really a small version of the large demographic piece that we can send to those that we're wishing to market to for our state. So this is our means not only to work regionally, but on a statewide basis. There are approximately, I would say now, in the neighborhood of about 20 other communities and regions. Many regions are getting together for the first time so that they can participate in this marketing cooperative at the state level, in which Kentucky Utilities, the Kentucky Cabinet for Economic Development, TVA, as well as most of our larger communities in the state are participating, such that they can get in front of the decision makers, whether corporate or consultants, to talk about not only the state. We're building the business brand. We're shaking each other's hands to say we're going to talk about Kentucky first, to build the business brand, because we recognize that we have to promote Kentucky more strongly than we have recently at the state level because of the limitation of state budget dollars. But building upon that, we have the opportunity to talk not only about our region, but about our communities when those specific questions are asked. So it is a great opportunity in a very cost-effective way in what could be a very, very expensive business of prospecting out to corporate decision makers and site selection consultants to do this in a cooperative fashion. So the message I'm sharing with you tonight is that we're not only doing it regionally, which in many cases with neighboring counties is historic in and of itself, but we're also doing it on a statewide basis through our region, such that we can together market our region to those that we want to invest money and create jobs in our communities. So I just wanted to share with you what's going on as of late. Certainly it's been a busy summer by virtue of our marketing activities, and we're just triggering the new marketing year, if you will, and this really is the thrust of what we'll be doing over the next several months. So a marketing focus. I certainly will be responsive to any other questions you may have. Certainly want to share with you that we're very, very pleased with the decision that Red Wing made in favor of our community. What a great credit, as I shared with Charlie Perry this morning. The credit can be given to an increase in productivity because of the economy slowly turning. It can certainly be accredited to that, but the real credit goes to the workers at the Red Wing Danville plant, because literally no other facility in Potosi, Missouri, or Red Wing, Minnesota could do what our Danville workers do. And that's what ultimately saved the plant. Because they're not just assembly line employees, they're skilled craftsmen. If you've ever been into a facility of that nature, you will see that what they do in bringing together the intricate components of these work boots, it's not an assembly line. These are skilled craftsmen of the order that we don't see in America much anymore. So I just want to commend our local and regional workers that are at the Red Wing facility, because they can be credited with saving our facility. And as I've shared with many people, the work just began for me when we successfully, in partnership with Mr. Hill, who owns the building, succeeded in getting Red Wing to reverse their decision. Now we're going to be working with them very closely. I may be coming back to you to talk to you about the opportunity such that what can we do locally in partnership with the state to retool, retrofit, make more productive, make more profitable our facility, which the company recognized had its shortcomings, did not have a lot of excess capacity like they had in other locations, and certainly was landlocked. So just want to make you aware that our work begins to continue to defer that decision such that we never want to address the issue of whether Red Wing is going to be a corporate citizen in our community. So we are very, very pleased from the standpoint of the EDP's perspective, the Industrial Foundation, that Red Wing has made a positive decision relative to Danville, and I really credit the workers who made it happen. Any questions for me?